NBA players can get rowdy at times. Between fights, fines, or regulation breaks, the NBA has to make harsh decisions. Here is our list of players that have been banned from the NBA. Before we begin, remember to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this in the future. At number 5 on our list is Ron Artest. The incident sparking the ban occurred in the last 45 seconds of a game between the Indiana Pacers and the Detroit Pistons. Artest fouled a shot from player Rasheed Wallace, and in his anger, Wallace pushed Artest. The two teams started to fight, and the refs had to calm everything down. As the tension in the air started to dissipate, Artest lay down on the score table. A fan decided to throw a drink at him, and Artest was not about to take that lightly and jumped into the crowd, starting to attack the fan. The fight escalated, causing more players to jump into the crowd and escalated into NBA history's biggest fight. It was so chaotic, the commentators couldn't even properly describe what they were seeing. As players were escorted out of the court, fans started to pelt them with food, drinks, anything they could get their hands on. And it was revealed that the fan that Artest punched, which started the whole fight, wasn't even the fan that threw the drink at him. Artest had confused the fan for someone else. And after the fight, the NBA suspended Artest for the rest of the remaining 2004-2005 season and the playoff games, missing 86 games. Other players involved were suspended indefinitely, and all players had to undergo community service.
The owner of Detroit, he's a trip. He said, Ron Artest was on the if he wouldn't have been laying on the table, the guy would never threw the beer. That don't make sense because I lay on tables a lot. I lay on my bench in my neighborhood, and nobody throws cups of beer or rocks at me. That just doesn't make sense.
Up next on our list is Roger Brown. He started his career with the Indiana Pacers back when they were still a part of the ABA and not the NBA. He rose to the top in the ABA and became one of the ABA's most well-known names. He scored a career total of 10,498 points. Incredible! However, he was unable to play for the NBA after the merger due to one specific incident. In college at the University of Dayton, Brown had befriended a player named Jack Molinas. Molinas had been banned from playing in the NBA due to illegal betting on games. While Brown had never bet on games publicly, his friendship with Molinas was enough to make the NBA suspicious of him. It eventually came out that Brown had been loosely working with Molinas on the bets, thus earning him a ban from ever playing in the NBA. This also cost him his full-ride scholarship at the University of Dayton. He worked multiple jobs, and at age 25, he was able to join the ABA after it was formed. During the Pacers' merger to join the NBA, Brown decided to leave out of loyalty for the ABA. Even though the NBA had banned Brown, his jersey is inside the Pacers stadium to honor the 3 championship titles he had won for them in the ABA. Coming in at number 3 is player O.J. Mayo. Before joining the NBA, in his college days, Mayo drew quite a bit of attention to himself as a talented basketball player. Multiple agencies had scouted him for his future NBA career. It came out that Mayo had been accepting gifts from these agencies, which was a breach of league policies for the NCAA. This forced Mayo to have to stop playing basketball in college after only 1 year of playing. He started his NBA career in 2008 after being drafted to the Memphis Grizzlies. During his NBA career, Mayo appeared to steer clear of any sort of drama. However, in 2016, it was discovered that Mayo had been violating the NBA drug policies. He tested positive for painkillers in the 2016 preseason. He was the first player to get a ban in over a decade from the NBA. Mayo's ban prevented him from reinstating in the league for 2 years.
Any substances that I would put in my body definitely needs to be checked out. By our training staff. Just be a little more responsible about what I'm doing. I hate adversity. It seems to follow me a little bit, and just gotta just stay focused. Continue to try to make this great push that we're making. Towards the playoffs, and be responsible for my actions, but at the same time, I got a commitment to be true to my teammates, true to the organization.
Mile came out to the public about what led him to the offense. His father, who had been in prison for drug distribution, his younger brother, who was sent to juvenile hall, and he was dealing with a close friend's tragic loss. Being unable to escape the stresses of life on and off the court, Mile turned to drugs to try and cope. He talked about his ban from the NBA, saying how taking away basketball felt like a prison to him, how people that had called him every day suddenly didn't call him for months on end, and how he felt he had hit rock bottom. Even after his ban ended in 2018, Mile didn't return to the NBA and started to play in the international leagues. At number 2 on our list is player Tyreke Evans. In the 2009 NBA draft, he was selected by the Sacramento Kings. He quickly cemented his place as one of their top scorers, averaging 24 points per game in his rookie season.
Just been healthy.
He had been traded throughout a couple of teams, like the Memphis Grizzlies and the New Orleans Pelicans, and continued to be consistent in his scoring style.
Just been healthy.
He'd been traded to the Indiana Pacers for the 2018-2019 season, and things seemed to be different this time around. As it appears, there was a reason for that. Within this season, Evans was banned for violating the drug policies of the NBA. With a single offense according to league rules, the substance had to be harder than marijuana, and he was banned for 2 years from the NBA after he tested positive for hard drugs. The Pacers made a statement explaining why Evans was banned and offering him their support in his recovery. Evans is unable to return to the NBA until the 2021 season. And at number 1 on our list is Sherman White. Playing for the basketball team at Long Island University, he quickly became an all-star player with an average of over 27 points per game. It appeared that he was going to be number 1 for the 1951 NBA draft. However, this was not to be. He noticed that his teammates seemed to be off in their games every now and again, and he became suspicious. Everything clicked when he saw his teammate give him an obviously bad pass. He became aware that his teammates were a part of a point-shaving scandal, and he joined in the scheme in his senior year of college. He explained how the team gave him money for being part of the scheme, and he took the offer because he and his family were not financially well off and needed the money. People started to notice the plays, and a police investigation went underway at different New York City schools. From what the police found in the investigation, White was charged with serious criminal offenses and sent to 12 months in prison for hardened criminals. After his release, the NBA banned White, and sadly, White found out that the Knicks were preparing a pick for him before his ban. So what do you think? Which ban was the most surprising? Were there any bans we missed? Let us know down in the comments below. And remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring the bell to see more content like this in the future. We'll see you next time.